Shepherd. I'm the investigative reporter for the Independence Institute. It's basically my job to just sort of poke around, see what government's doing, look for fraud, waste, corruption, but also what policy developments are going on in the state that maybe are going on behind the scenes.
I'm Natelson. I'm the Senior Fellow in Constitutional Jurisprudence, and my job is all aspects of the Constitution. I study the founding, I study what the Constitution originally meant. I get involved sometimes in Supreme Court cases, and I write articles, give talks. I just had an article published on the Recess Appointments Clause, which is the issue of whether the President can make temporary appointments without Senate approval and the extent to which he can. I finished an article on the First Amendment. I'm working on an article on the amendment process as well, and I'm working on one on the origination clause, which deals with the question of was Obamacare properly passed.
What's your quick take on the appointments issue?
You mean on the recess appointments issue?
Yes.
Well, that's one area where the law, as the founders understood it, is very fortunately very clear. And that is that the president, like other presidents in the past, who claim they can make these temporary appointments almost at will, that's wrong. It's very clear that for the president to make an appointment on a temporary basis without the approval of the Senate, it's necessary that he fill a vacancy that actually arose when the Senate was adjourned for when it was between sessions.
I'm Hank Brown. I practice law and serve on some boards, and here tonight to see a great spokesman for freedom in America. You know, times have changed in the last 30 years, and one of the essential elements is to make sure that both sides, both conservatives and liberals, have an opportunity to get their story out. The political parties are no longer allowed to do that job the way they used to be because changes in law. So the Independent Institute is an essential ingredient in political freedom in this country.
My name is John Cook. I'm the Sheriff of Weld County, but currently I am running for Senate District 13. You know, they're the voice of reason, the voice of sanity, the voice of conservative free market.
Mike Krause, Vice President of Operations at Independence Institute, here Founders Night, another year of celebrating freedom and the perks of adulthood and the Independence Institute, and you know, we're doing lots of great things right now, including our Bring in the Vote. Instead of getting out the vote, we're doing our Bring in the Vote project, which is, of course, a celebration of our newfound voting authority under the Democrat-controlled legislature granted all of us. We're also suing the governor over the unconstitutional gun bills passed last year, of course. Doing a lot of work on trying to keep your energy sources, a free market energy source, cheap and abundant energy, and working towards school choice. So hitting on all cylinders these days.
I'm Kochevar. I own the 88 Drive-In Theater, and I'm also executive producer for Grassroots Radio. And I adore the Independence Institute, bringing all the best thinkers in the state together, and all the people with different political affiliations to think and talk about politics and how we can turn Colorado.
Do you have the only drive-in in Colorado these days, or is there some other ones outside of the metro area?
No, there are more outside the metro area. There's one in Fort Collins, one in Pueblo Mountains, but I'm the only remaining drive-in in the metro area.
So that must be, do you feel like a dinosaur, or have you found a way to reinvent it and make it exciting for today's audiences?
Yeah, I think it's very exciting for today's audiences. Most people have never been to a drive-in. It's, you know, an unusual venue. You're outside, you're playing with your family, playing ball, sitting on your tailgate eating, the sun's going down, there's a warm breeze. It's just a real good community and family-oriented activity. So we have been really, really busy with lots of new customers.
What's your webpage?
88drivein.com.
Hi, I'm Pam Benigno. I'm the director of the Education Policy Center at the Independence Institute. We are doing fabulous things in the Education Center, trying to change education policy so that children and families are supported with the very best options that we can possibly provide them.
Do you have any observations about what's going on in Jefferson County these days?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I'm very happy that there are suppose, in the area of improving high-quality charter schools.
My name is Barry Fagin. I'm a senior fellow at the Independence Institute, and I have been for almost 20 years. I write for the Independence Institute, I write for the Colorado Springs Gazette, and my interest is in connecting the world of ideas and theory and technology to the world of the more practical world of politics and public policy. So, as I said, I write for Independence, I write for the Gazette, I have a column there every 2 weeks that's syndicated by Independence. And I really value my connections with Independence and the readership that provides. And I really like what the work that Independence does. I think it's really good. The present success that the Democrats wield means that limited government, property rights, and free markets are going to be under attack and are under attack. And so that means that the work that Independence does is absolutely vital. Fortunately, we happen to be right. We happen to be interested in what is factually correct and also what is morally right. And both of those things coincide. That's really important, really powerful. So that's what makes the work of the Independence Institute so vital, and why I'm very pleased to be a part of it.
My name is Linda Gorman. I'm the director of the Healthcare Policy Center, and what I'm working on these days is protecting your freedom in your wallet. Because Obamacare wants to get rid of your healthcare freedom, and the Independence Institute is often the only place in Colorado where you can go to find information on how we can keep real healthcare reform.
So are you also working on state level issues at this point, or federal?
I do both. I do state and national level because Colorado's been an experiment state for the Obamacare people. So what happens here often gets translated nationally. And the destruction will continue over 10 years. So what you really need to do is focus on getting rid of Obamacare and doing something better. And there are lots of better things we can do.
My name's Wayne Laugesen. I'm the editorial page editor of the Gazette in Colorado Springs, and I'm here at Founders Night for the Independence Institute. I try to make it here every year because I'm incredibly thankful for everything that the Independence Institute has done for Colorado and for the liberty movement. They've contributed a lot of great articles and insight to the Gazette's editorial pages over the years. And it's just an invaluable resource to Colorado that we have this wonderful public policy institute serving our needs.
That's good. Do you want to say anything about where the Gazette's headed, how the Gazette's doing?
Where the Gazette's headed?
Yeah.
The Gazette is doing great these days. We've been acquired by a local business family here in Colorado, and they're a very respected family, and they care greatly about the state. And I think that's the main reason that they acquired the Gazette, was as an investment in the state and in the community. And they've invested heavily in the Gazette. They've moved us to a beautiful new building downtown. So we're right in the heart of things. We've added a lot of staff, a lot of reporters. It's almost as if we've gone back 25 or 30 years to the glory days of the newspaper industry, because our new owner, like a lot of big investors in the United States, Jeff Bezos would be one, Warren Buffett another. They believe in the newspaper industry and in the media and in the value of simply gathering content that people need, and they think it's good for society. And so the Gazette's in a very fortunate position these days, and as they've invested, I think we've shown that we're of tremendous value to advertisers and subscribers.
I'm John Andrews. I'm the director of Centennial Institute, a public policy think tank over at Colorado Christian University. And all Colorado think tanks, left as well as right, come from the basic fount of Independence Institute. It's a wonderful night when Founders Night is celebrated, going on 30 years of witnessing for liberty and limited government, individual freedom, personal responsibility, free enterprise in Colorado. I had something to do with founding Independence Institute. I feel like tonight is the birthday of a child I'm awfully proud of, and it's exciting to be here with a lot of friends of freedom.
My name is Paul Prentice. I'm a senior fellow with the Independence Institute, and I'm an economist, consulting business. I teach free market economics at Colorado University, and I love the Independence Institute because it's about free markets, which really means it's about freedom. Because you cannot have a controlled economy and have free people. So you have to have them both. So that's been my life's passion. That's what I teach, that's what I think, that's what I research, that's who I am, that's how I live.